Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Been a long time since I last posted a video. I'm back now and I'm going to be posting daily videos again. Thank you for watching my videos, and now let's begin. So I'm back with another eyeshadow palette review. I'm gonna be reviewing the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. So if you want to see a detailed review of this palette, then do keep watching. But as you guys already know, it's not a new palette. It has been around for quite a few years, but this is my first Huda palette and I'm really looking forward to use it a lot. So first thing that I'd like to mention right away is the packaging. It's really attractive. I'm sure by now you guys have seen this enough times on YouTube and Instagram, but this palette is even prettier in person. Since it's made out of cardboard, it feels really good in hand, really bougie, and it comes with a huge good quality mirror, which I find really convenient. This palette retails for Rs 5,375 and I got it from Nykaa. These days you get good discounts even on these Huda palettes, so keep your eyes peeled if you want to get a good deal. So there's a brief description of this palette at the back. It says 18 eyeshadows in 4 ready-to-wear textures, 8 buttery mattes, 6 pressed pearls, 3 duochrome toppers, 1 daring glitter. Mix and layer textures to create your own look. Dab the toppers on the center all over your eyelids for a shiny pop. Layer an extra coat using your fingers for an extreme iridescent effect. Apply the pure glitter all over or line eyes with a firm flat brush to give your look a playful hint of shine. And now let's check out the shades. So there are a total of 18 shades in this palette, out of which 8 are mattes, 6 pressed pearls, 3 duochrome toppers and 1 glitter. It's a pretty attractive color palette, and right away I find all the shades very promising and I can't wait to try them. I'm especially attracted by that unicorn purple duochrome eyeshadow topper. I am most excited to try that shade out. I feel like this palette is gonna be very useful. It's a very versatile palette. There are browns, nudes, purples, pinks, and even oranges in this palette, and I can see that I can create a lot of looks out of this palette, and I'm really looking forward to try out a few different looks with this. Also, something that I'd like to point out, there's supposed to be 8 mattes, 6 pressed pearls, 3 duochromed eyeshadow toppers and 1 pressed glitter in this palette, but I found that there are 4 eyeshadow toppers, out of which 2 are duochromed and 2 are not, and 5 pressed pearls, out of which 1 was a duochromed pressed pearl. It's interesting that no one else who tried it felt that, but that's what I felt. And now let's get swatching. So the first shade, Desert Sand, is a matte light sandalwood. It's very pigmented and smooth. The second shade, Musk, is a matte taupe. This too is very pigmented and smooth. And the third shade, Eden, is a matte light peachy orange. This one is not as smooth as the other two but equally pigmented. So Desert Sand is a really light shade, as you can see. It's pigmented, sure, but it's really very light for me. And I really like Musk. It's a really pretty shade of taupe and I can see myself using this a lot. And I really like Eden too. It's a really beautiful peach. The fourth shade, Amber, is a matte terracotta. This too is very pigmented and very smooth. The fifth shade, Blood Moon, is a pressed pearl and it's a copper shade. It's soft and smooth as butter and has very intense pigmentation. And the sixth shade, Oud, is a matte chocolate brown, again very pigmented and very smooth. Wow, look at that intensity. Not only is it immensely pigmented but also glides on like butter. And Blood Moon is also immensely pigmented and very smooth and glides on like butter. And Oud too is very impressive. Not only is it very pigmented but also super smooth. I really like all the 3 shades. They're really pretty. And now to the next 3 shades of the second row. So the 7th shade, Celestial, is a rose gold eyeshadow topper. The 8th shade Nefertiti also appears to be an eyeshadow topper in Champagne, and the 9th shade Twilight is a duochromed eyeshadow topper in Unicorn Purple. And this is the shade I was drawn to the most in this palette, and it's really pretty. The eyeshadow toppers are not going to be as pigmented as the pressed pearls, as they are supposed to be on top of another eyeshadow to add sheen and dimension and texture. These shades are not smooth and pigmented like the pressed pearls in this palette, and they do have glitter particles in them, and I believe they are going to look really pretty on top of other eyeshadows. All the 3 shades are really pretty, but I really like Twilight a lot. It's my favorite shade. The 10th shade Amethyst is a matte purple, again very pigmented and smooth like all the other mattes in this palette. The 11th shade Royal is a pressed pearl in Aubergine, again very intense and smooth. And the 12th shade Retrograde is a duochromed eyeshadow topper. It has very pretty green-brown reflex which would look so stunning on the eyes. So here is Amethyst. It's a really pretty shade of purple, glides on like butter and is really pigmented, as you can see. Royal is a really pretty aubergine kind of a shade which looks really stunning, and it's very intense and smooth. And Retrograde has really pretty brown and green reflex in it, which would look really pretty on the lids, and I can't wait to try this one. I really like this one a lot too. And now on to the final row. The 13th shade is Cashmere. It's a pressed pearl in light brown. This too is pretty intense and smooth. The 14th shade Angelic appears to be a duochromed pressed pearl. It has pink and gold shimmers in it, and it's really pretty. This too is again very intense and smooth like every other pressed pearl in this palette. And the 15th shade Cosmo is the only pressed glitter in this palette. It has orange and brown glitters, and it looks really pretty, interesting. So Cashmere is pretty, as you can see. It's a really pretty light brownish metallic kind of a shade, and I really like Angelic a lot. It looks so pretty. It has pink and gold in it, and it's really cute. And Cosmo is a pressed glitter, so of course it's not gonna swatch like this. You need to dab it on a glitter glue in order to get the full intensity of this. And now the final 3 shades. The 16th shade Turkish Delight is a pressed pearl in raspberry pink. Again, it's intensely pigmented and buttery smooth. The 17th shade Saffron is a matte deep red. This too is very pigmented and smooth. And finally the 18th shade Blazing is also a matte. It's an orange, and this too is pretty pigmented and smooth like all the other mattes in this palette. So this is Turkish Delight. It's a really pretty raspberry pink kind of a shade. It looks really stunning and intensely pigmented. And this is Saffron. Saffron is a beautiful dark brownish red kind of a shade. And Blazing is a beautiful bright orange. Now all the shades are equally intensely pigmented and very smooth. So these are all the swatches together. So starting from first row, you have Desert Sand, Musk, Eden, Amber, Blood Moon and Oud. And in the second row you have Celestial, Nefertiti, Twilight, Amethyst, Royal and Retrograde. And the final row has Cashmere, Angelic, Cosmo, Turkish Delight, Saffron and Blazing. So this is the first row, second row and the third row. Quick reminder, makeup looks with this palette would be coming soon. Stay tuned for them, and do check out my previous videos on makeup and makeup reviews if you haven't already. In conclusion, this is no doubt a great palette. Sure, it's not affordable, but it's really worth it. All the shades performed very well, and if you want to invest in a really good quality high-end palette, you can definitely get this one. So this concludes the detailed review of this palette. I hope you guys found this video helpful and informative, and if you did, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hope to see you in my next video. Till then, bye.